much on time every week, 8 o'clock, every Monday night, Eastern Standard Time. That would be what, 5 o'clock? Is that correct, Breeze? 5 p.m. Pacific Time? You know what I'm saying? For my European people, that's 2 p.m. I don't know. I'm just playing. I don't know what's on it. But, follow the Eastern Pacific one, and you can. There's a fucking mistake. I got that motherfucker! It's the part of my life.
Yeah, that was ill. That was pretty dope.
Miyagi.
Yeah, I'm a Miyagi shit. But again, for those watching, like I said, you can always join us live. We'd love to see you in the chat room. Believe me, there's always a bunch of people hanging out in the chat room. You are in tune to Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, and I'm your host, Yo Jules DJ. Welcome back to another episode of Who Do You Got? Let's get right down to it. We're back to it. We're talking about the underground. We're talking about that 90s sound. We're specifically talking about the independent underground hip-hop scene that was flourishing in the 90s. Specifically, these two gentlemen who went on to prove that in the 2000s, you can capitalize from it and make a whole living from it, and AKA make it cool, because there was a stigma that came with going indie in the 90s. So let's talk about tonight's battle. Respectfully, we are putting up CORMEGA's The Realness going up against Bumpy Knuckles' Industry Shakedown. Let's give it up one time, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes for tonight's Underground Madness. Give it up one time, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Yes, sir. You know we love us some underground music around here, and if you didn't know, you should check out some of the catalog that we have on our channel on YouTube. Check us out, like, subscribe, comment, and don't forget that every Monday night we get live here on Twitch, dropping new episodes of Who Do You Got, and once a month we also drop the 5 mic dissection brought to you here, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Let's keep it moving. Like I said, there's a new style of going forward with these presentations. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. I haven't checked to see who's in there just yet, but if there's anybody in there that I haven't seen just yet, shout out to you guys. We'll definitely get some shout outs going in the meantime. But I want to go ahead. Say again?
Ray J is in there.
Ray J in the building. You know, since we're waiting for everybody to sort of join us at this moment, I do want to give a shout out to all the different cities and countries that have been insane. I just saw a comment today from Australia. Shout out to you, coming all the way from Australia in one of our comment section on the Pete Rock and CL versus Gangstar battle. Again, we're dropping, like I said, battles every week. If you didn't know, content on a regular basis. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, one word. Check us out on all your DSPs, YouTube, Twitch. Like I said, we're trying to get everywhere. And if you want to support the channel, like I said, check us out in the description. We have a link to our merch. We're moving a couple of things there, and we'd love to see you guys support us. Let's go ahead, like I said, and find out what everybody's choices once we get the game started. Let's start out, of course, going in order as we introduced both albums, with The Realness going first. And if you're familiar with the game, sometimes we like to go album versus album. Oh, by the way, it's 5 rounds of music. If you weren't paying attention, we put songs against songs all evening. Round 1, best first song off of each project. That's right, to see if it gives us an indication of where we're going. Doesn't have to, but again, you're putting on your headphones as a kid, or as a teenager, better yet said, young man, if you will, and you're sort of immersing yourself in the world that is The Realness, brought to you by CORMEGA. That will be going up against Bumpy Knuckles, 24 Hours. Let's get to it. Dramatic entrance first.
Yeah, a man is condemned or exalted by his words. Exalt me. Yeah, this what y'all niggas wanted. Streets was waiting. Here I am, a beast awakened. A beamer, station wagon, a master gleaming, brazen after years being patient. Shedding tears and beating cases. I'm ready for whatever, yo. Mega. No more to say. Words can't explain like Rich Porter's braids. This is a ghetto monument. My confidence more apparent. The mind like a non-automatic, graceful yet capable to call them. I'm too ill. Lyrically, I feel I'm too real. Do or die, either way, I do deals. I'm gifted. My only fear is death in prison. Whatever lyrics convey such sincereness. I've been through the ghetto life and drug and stealing. Feelings and betrayal when trust is given. Now I deal with a few, I don't fuck with niggas. It's not arrogance, it's I'm not having it. Niggas act like they were sending me packages. When I was upstate gaining weight and lacking friends, think about it, I don't talk about it. I be about it, I get money and I still be in a project. Fuck rap, niggas like me eating regardless. Even during the drought, I had a key in the closet. Connects was telling me I ain't need a deposit. They was seeing the progress on my neck, smashing niggas. I was pitching you was catching feelings like these when they seen they couldn't catch my niggas. 41st I what? We had crack in the building. The 4-5 infrared Mac in the still, and it was all for the cause that said my doors got careless. I suppose those who ain't like us feared us. The life we chose inspired me to write these poems. Was taking mine like the Rikers phone. The realness.
It is no longer 1999. And I live in a world of one-track minds. Where the industry feeds us fashion design. Design that creates MCs that cannot rhyme. For 10 years I waited to make my move. Now we'll see who win, who'll lose. And if I had to state my word, say this will probably be the realest shit you ever heard. I've been watching from afar. I know where you live. I know who you are. Redemption is my only scar. So my heart bleeds dark like tar. So I treat my friends today like they'll be enemies tomorrow. So when they die, I have no sorrow. Just remember those you decide to cross. If your door gets knocked on, you get knocked off. Who's that 6-foot bald-head nigga from New York with the gangster walk, the gangster talk, thrilling to find him a killing? I'm wildin', I'm illin', I don't give a fuck about you, and that's my feeling. I'm in a brand new house, nigga, chillin', with shoeboxes of $100 bills, nigga spillin', training the baddest bitch, giving her the drillin', while you hanging in the tunnel, know you pussy ice grillin'. Man, being a bitch must really be fulfilling, cause a lot of niggas happy being soft, just chillin'. Scenario, gun in your mouth, run the platinum watch with the Cuban link bracelet and the matching necklace, and them 2 shiny VVs glowing in your ear. New gun, new jewels, new album, new year. Niggas think they bigger than the game. I got news for you, Willie. Let's take it back to Philly so you can find your roots. Fuck bragging on your loot. Nigga, you ain't that hard, and a nigga can't spend no money laying in the graveyard. Oh my God, it really shocks you. This can't be the same motherfucker Freddie Fox who I really feel his lyrics. I love all his rhymes. I thought that we was cool. You think he's hard to find? I lurked in dark holes and alleys. As a kid, got knowledge from the guards at the rallies. I slip on the game like valleys and show 10 hoes how to stack it up. Get money, New York to Cali, where a nigga tried to play me like a Sally. So I shot him in his new Denali and drove him to the valley. I pushed him out the car and let him scally. Fuck that nigga, trying to play me like he's bigger. In Japan, I'm worth 10 figures. American, open the door and let Derek in. I break my silence after 10 years of suppressing my violence. You was my man, I gave you Benjamins. Every time I rolled up to get you in the bins again. We can never be friends again. You brought me tears when you took my right hand off for 7 long years. Now he's back in Ciroc, driving new GS 400s, new Jags, and new trucks. You should see the bad bitches that he fucked.
Now I let a lot of that ride because I let a lot of that ride on the first song as well. So I said both, but Bumpy still goes. Like at least you know what I'm saying. CORMEGA breathes. Let's talk about it. Like I said, first round of CORMEGA versus Bumpy Knuckles. We are respectfully talking about the realness going up against Industry Shakedown. Let's talk about it. Dramatic Entrance going up against 24 Hours. I believe, as far as producers are concerned, it reads out as the following. So on the realness, that would have been J Love on the beat going up against Freddie Fox, who actually did a good chunk of his own production on the album. So again, a Freddie Fox beat, pretty dope. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Make sure we get the voting booth up in the chat room, and let's ask everybody in the room here. I'm gonna go ahead and start out with my man Ike Infamous, representing Long Island. That's right, Street FM's representative himself in the building. So I figured we might as well start with him. The island is being well represented tonight. So let's start with you, sir. First of all, which of these 2 albums did you have going into the battle, sir?
Come on, man. L.I. all day. Bumpy Nuck.
Bumpy Nucks, Ike Infamous, putting it down. Had no doubt in my mind. And when we're talking about Dramatic Entrance versus 24 Hours, who do you got?
I'm going with Bumpy Knuckles on this one. I'm just going to say this probably one time. I wanted to. But there's just a pocket that CORMEGA doesn't hit for me. You know what I mean? No Diddy.
Gotcha. I'm a firm believer. That's a pun, right? I'm a firm believer that you don't like anybody in the firm. You don't like AZ. You don't like CORMEGA. I'm almost positive you don't like nature. And I question your stance on Nas, sir. I question.
This is where you're wilding because Nature's my man. Shout out to my G Nate. Shout out to my man 96 Nate. You know what I'm saying? That's my dude. 98 Nate. That's my G.
Shout out to Nature, but he would be the one member you're cool with that's not actually in the firm. So maybe it's personal.
But I have nothing wrong with Nas. But if you're gonna sit here and tell me that you have one large Q-tip in your ear, you can't hear the pockets that CORMEGA misses. You know what, Jules? You know what? I'm not fucking with you, man. I see what you're doing already. First round, I ain't fucking with you no more, man. That's it. You got the answer.
I'm strictly letting you know that you can't swim on that side of the pool. That's it. You can't swim on that side of the pool. It's not ready yet.
CORMEGA's out of here, man. Bumping up all day. LI, baby.
Fair enough. You got an active for putting it down for Long Island, representing the team. Let's talk to my man over in 2 Up, 2 Down. My man DJ Hobo, Triple T Radio representative. Sir, which of these 2 albums are you stepping into the battle ring with? And then which of these 2 songs are you picking first?
Shit. You know what? I'm going for Bumpy Knuckles.
Bumpy Knucks. Got 2 already. Got Team Ike Infamous.
Freddie Fox, Twin Glocks.
One of the original thugs in the industry, if you know, you know. So listen, dramatic entrance or 24 hours. Who do you got?
I didn't really like that dramatic entrance beat too much. And as much as I do like CORMEGA, I hear what you're talking about. So I'm going Bumpy Knucks.
Bumpy Knucks again.
Thank you, DJ Hobo, for not trying to take my words and cause some sort of catastrophe or controversy or something like that. I appreciate you, DJ Hobo. Thank you.
I say all day.
I see 9 Instrumentals in the building, and I'm seeing DJ Mytar in the building. I hope you just tuned in right in time to see these 2 gentlemen obviously forming a coup against the host of the show. You guys are part of the family as well, but you're not on the air. I need witnesses from beyond other locations than this particular Zoom here. So I'm glad you guys. I'm glad they. No. I see the conspiracies already going on about how I'm getting ready to mander, but really, you guys are mandering behind the scenes. Let's just be clear. You guys are the ones mandering. You guys are the ones. You guys are the fake ear patches.
You just told me that
Band-Aids on your ear.
You told me that I didn't like. You told me I didn't like anybody in the firm. Nature's my guy. Nate's my dude, man. You know, I see what you're doing, Jules. You got a big spoon, and you're just like a witch's brew. You're just stirring the pot, man. I see what you're doing.
That's right.
I'm not even comfortable with you referring to spoons to me that way. I don't even know where that's coming from. I don't respect it. I want to let you know right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't appreciate it. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't like it, but I'm gonna let you know we're gonna keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a professional. I do this every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those that don't know, I do this every Monday night. Mr. Professional right here. You got to do the full. You got to do the full Kevin Hart, bro. You got to do the full Kevin Hart. No, everybody in the chat.
Out of your mouth,
everybody in the chat sees what's going on. Y'all see that what I'm up against on a regular basis. Y'all see this.
All they do is see you whining like a fucking baby.
Not at all. This is me just letting people know that like
they're picking on me, mom. They're picking on me. They're picking on me, mom.
You see this? Did anybody hear me call from anybody's mother? You see how it gets personal? See? Yeah. See how it gets personal? Nobody did that, but you just gonna cross the line. It's all right. Like I said, we're gonna keep it pushing. Let's keep it moving around the room because nobody else is gonna stand in and help the guard. You know what I'm saying? So I'll stand up for myself. Let's talk to my good friend. It is Scandalous. How you doing, sir? After we done hung out this weekend on a bro hangout weekend, after I can't get a little support in the room, after you see me getting jumped.
Wow, you see this rendering at its finest right there. Wow.
We got him.
How have you been since Saturday? Your mic don't even work right. Get out of here. Next, let me go to the pool. For real, check the level in the way. It sounds.
We got to observe how we use the burner. That's all.
Oh man, whatever, man. Who you got, man? Who you stepping into the room with?
So I'm going Bumpy Knox, man.
Yeah, you act like I work for CORMEGA or something. Like, I got no say in the game. I got no say in the game.
I just want everyone in the chat to mark this point. Max, mark this point, and then as Jules gets madder as we go along, refer back to this.
The mad. All I'm doing is strictly commenting on again the prowess of everybody in the room against me, the host of the show. It's intimidating, but I'm glad I'm glad I do me. I think I just froze my fucking computer now.
Yeah, you froze.
Job. See, look, that ultimate man might be like, we can't do the show because I can't. My screen's frozen. Look like you playing with your nose there, party.
Would you call that?
Freeze looks crazy.
No Jules DJ caught hanging in Cali, Colombia.
Yeah.
Hey yo,
You got a numb nose.
Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta log off because I gotta do this whole reset shit. So party.
Yo, mio coño.
Wow.
He said
Look at
Jules'
this
nose
guy.
is numb.
Jules
His Wi-Fi
is
got the beat down.
Wow.
Says his nose is numb.
Freddie Fox is coming to see Jules right now. That's what's happening.
Wow.
That's what it really is.
Powder on his nose.
That freeze was just extra brazy right there.
That was crazy. Yo, Jules just froze up. Like, nope, not playing no more.
No. I'm talking about makeup, not powder. Makeup.
Oh, whoa! Some foundation, so he doesn't shine.
Some foundation on his nose.
Right, gotcha.
Gotta look it on the camera.
1 2 1 2.
Oh,
okay?
hey, welcome back, guys.
There he is.
Hey, how you doing? Are you feeling better? Did you take your little time out? Did you drive around the block and calm down or something? Are we back to play the game?
You do know I can still hear you on stream, right? Like I can still see you talking shit. I can see you talking shit. You know, what I mean? They literally see. I'm gonna break you when I'm not on the air. Listen, let's be clear. We're back in action. Little technical difficulties again on my end, but we're back. Let's keep going. Round number 1. We had 2 votes in for 24 hours up until this point. Let's keep introducing everybody else around the room as far as what they decide to come into the battle with. Pardon me, my man Cool Breeze in the building from the West Coast. Sir, which of these albums are you stepping into the battle with? And then let's talk about each song at the beginning.
I'm gonna go with Bumpy Knuckles, man. I think it was a better song. And,
okay, go ahead.
Well, for both.
Oh, both. Gotcha. So it looks like everybody's on the same side here. Let's go ahead and wrap things up. My man, executive producer Triple C from Queens. Sir, what is going on?
Yeah, man. Damn, this is a handicap match. It's the same sport, different division. I'm going with B-Nuts.
You're going with B-Nuts.
Oh, this is like that boxer in the Olympics kid. Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh.
Which of these songs are you going with, Triple C?
Yeah, I'm going with 24 Hour.
You too.
Triple C has been
happy.
living for this.
You can tell Triple C was happy listening to this, bro.
Yeah. Triple C is like, I get to hear all of my gun bars.
Violence.
Triple C poured himself a glass of cognac and put his gun down. Saved the album.
No, this is the one that he cleans the gun to. So he was like taking all of the paint jobs. He was like,
special jacket on. He put on a special jacket to do it.
I do my chores. I gotta do my chores somehow. Put the jacket on with the white gloves.
Yeah, he was cleaning it with the Q-tip. You know what I mean? Like,
Scott on right. Listen to this show.
Let's wrap up round number 1. Best first song. We decided to introduce both albums with their first intro songs of each project. Dramatic entrance off that CORMEGA, the Realness. Going up against 24 Hours off that Industry Shakedown by your man Freddie Fox, a.k.a. Bumpy Knuckles. And it's clear as day that the entire room is going Team Bumpy Knuckles for the entire game. And they've proven it by voting round number 1 entirely to Bumpy Knuckles' win for 24 Hours. 24 Hours, ding, 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 gets the win, giving round number 1. Again, we're just getting started. Both underground bangers of an album, like I said. So we're just going to go ahead and keep pushing forward, find out what's going on. And let's talk about...
Well, hold up.
Hold on. You keep doing this. I know you don't really care because your Queen's brethren have all turned on you.
Oh, wow. Turned on.
Wow.
And and CORMEGA's about to take a L.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
hilarious.
It's a little pretentious. I gotta be honest.
But we need to go to see the results of the voting booth. We ask people to vote. If we don't say what the votes are, they probably won't vote anymore.
This is a good point. Very good point. It makes sense. The math.
So Bumpy Knuckles, 83% in this round.
80% for Bumpy Knuckles on that 24
So
hour.
there were some votes for CORMEGA in there.
Okay. So he's got some representation in the building.
He has
Queens is
some
opposed in the building, as is Brooklyn. But again, tonight we're talking about Long Island versus Queens. So again, according to certain people in the room, this is one big family battle. The ones that really know in the room know this is two different places altogether. One place in New York, another one that's right next to New York. And that's
Yo, what is this? What is wrong with this guy?
how is my geography wrong?
I don't know, man.
What bridge do you take to get from Queens to Nassau?
What bridge?
To get from Queens County to Nassau County?
No, but there's a line in the sand, baby. You know what I'm saying? I just cross over a certain amount of water, a body of water. Don't mean I'm not in Baltimore or something. You know what I'm saying? There's a line in the sand. I got no time for you keep interrupting my very well planned, executed monologues that I put a lot of work into. Shout out to DJ Mytar once again in the building. I get a chance to fully shout you. Everybody keeps pulling me down, the crab mentality. They keep trying to pull me down. I know somebody had something to do with my sound system going down a second ago, but I'm not even going to get
right.
I'm going to get into it. Let's talk about round number 2. Thank you very much for the voting booth results, DJ Hobo. Let's talk about what we do every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here live on Twitch. We talk about music that made a lot of noise in its time and day. We are talking about the 2000 release of Bumpy Knuckles Industry Shakedown going up against CORMEGA's 2001 studio album release, debut of The Realness. Both gentlemen worked with a lot of different producers, obviously, to put these albums together. Of course, there's a tie-in. We found it here at EBR. Let's talk about the best Alchemist track. That's right. The Alchemist himself, when he used to go by The Alchemist on all these records, he penned up a little, well, he didn't pen up, he put together a little gem on The Realness that we all know as the Fallen Soldiers remix. Mm-hmm. That will be going up against Stock in the Game off that Bumpy Knuckles. Let's go ahead and play those back to back. Let's start out once again with Fallen Soldiers, the remix.
Doing. I know you up there in heaven with a pretty angel braiding your hair, eating your sunflower seeds, drinking your beer. All I could do is wish you was here in the physical. Super hit me on a 2-way and left me a message saying you might have got killed, it couldn't be real. Then reality struck me, nah, that shit crushed me. Your life ended, you cheated me out of a friendship. Plus, we wasn't speaking as frequent. I was OT, you was in Queensbridge. Son, you know me, it wasn't no secret. I wasn't agreeing with niggas' motives. Shit is corrosive like rust. Who can I trust when niggas is cobras? Son, I spoke at your funeral. Your aunt sang beautiful. Your moms were so proud the way the crew came through for you. Word, son, the love is real. Love is real. Did you ever lose a nigga you love? Then ask yourself, is there a heaven for thugs? Or will you be forgiven when your spirit is judged? This song is dedicated to my niggas above. Did you ever lose a nigga you love? Then ask yourself, is there a heaven for thugs? Or will you be forgiven when your spirit is judged? This song is dedicated to my niggas above. Lou, I think of you.
Hi, I'm Jana. Freddie Fox is my dad. And I want to say that all you rappers are whack.
Word up, baby! Yeah. You ready? It's Bumpy Knuckles, baby. We'll tear this motherfucker down. Welcome to the underground where hardcore niggas are found. We're beating niggas down, make you world renowned. Where a street beef set off once, never forgiven. Where real niggas never give up. We fugitive and that's how we be living. Where a string like bones. And send your punk ass home alone. I got stock in this microphone, your innuendos, and get you beat the fuck up and play like Nintendo. Maybe smoke like your hydro endo. You niggas is hookers. I hit you with my 4-pound cookers. Have you ever seen a rap stampede? We'll bring them underground and I run them down. You know my reputation. My voice over disco beats is violation. New York walk, New York talk. And when I blow you niggas down, I use my own chalk. So watch what the fuck you say and what you do. For real niggas, bring it to you and your whole crew. Bring it, baby. You ready? I got stock in this game. Got a bad reputation for bringing the clock to the game. You know my name, so if you ever come across me wrong, just remember the words to this song. I'll be hearing mad MCs. I study your rhyme.
Ooh, there you go. Best Alchemist track, round number 2, and we're talking about the realness going up against the industry shakedown. If you don't know, we're talking about CORMEGA, obviously going up against Bumpy Knuckles. Let's talk about it. Make sure you get your vote up in the chat room. Every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can join us here live. Get your talk on, get your joke on, get your vote on in the chat room. Everybody that joins us here every week, we appreciate seeing you guys here. Or if not, just leave it in the comment section. But guys, I got to ask you first. Best Alchemist track. You heard them both. I'm going to go ahead and start with Man DJ Scandalous, a.k.a. Baba Mitty.
Yes, sir.
Who do you got? Fallen Soldiers, the remix, or Stock in the Game?
I like Stock in the Game better, man. I think Stock in the Game at that time for 2000, if you know, this is when Alchemist was starting to come up a little bit, and you kind of hear his production style. And shout out to Non-Instrumentals, because we were kind of getting ready to discuss this in the chat. But ASR 10, Alchemist want to come up. I like the aggressiveness of that beat, and I think that aggressiveness works perfectly with Bumpy on this one, man. So that's why I picked it.
The aggressiveness works for you, fair enough. Speaking of aggressiveness, I want to talk to my man DJ Hobo for a minute. Where do you fall when it? Where do you fall? I didn't say anything. Where do you fall as far as your opinion is concerned? I see you chose Bumpy Knuckles as your. What's that look? I'm asking a question. I didn't get a question.
I was waiting on this question. Go ahead.
You do you know where you think I'm going? Okay.
Yeah, I do. Go ahead.
All right. I tend to find Bumpy Knuckles an established, right, rapper of fine pedigree of established features and albums.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to find him a bit on the loud side,
a
bit on the aggressive sort of yelling meter.
Yes.
That being said, you chose the opposite of the more laid back, relaxed CORMEGA, Queens, laid back, Queensbridge kind of flow to go with the more in your face, you know, I'll punch you in front of your girlfriend while I yell at you kind of style.
L.I.
Long
flow.
Island on top of that, you know what I mean?
L.I. flow, there you go.
Yeah, L.I. flow. So where do you fall on this?
So that is exactly the question that I thought was going to get asked of me. Typically, I'm not a fan of the yelling and the overly hype, energetic Dalmatian energy hip hop.
Wow.
Spoken like a true dog breeder right there.
But I will say, in this particular instance, Freddie Fox is like right on the line for me. I know I keep calling him Freddie Fox. That's what I know him as, Freddie fucking Fox with the twin Glocks.
Can I interrupt for 1 second? Ironically, this album is still listed as Freddie Fox, a.k.a. Bumpy Knuckles.
Right.
So he still was going by, as you just mentioned, his artist name, which was Freddie Fox.
Right. He's right at the cusp for me, but it's something about his voice, because I feel like he just talks like this in general. As where MOP, I feel like they yell. I think Freddie Fox, when he talks to you, he sounds like he does on the record. You just have to deal with it, and he's in your face, and you're not going to say anything because he might smack you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's exactly
Rest
it.
in peace to Fox, too, man. Rest in peace to Fox. And since we're bringing up MOP, rest in peace to Fox.
Rest in peace, Fox.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Part of the MOP family. Let's keep pushing. We're talking Fallen Soldiers versus Stock in the Game. Triple C. Where do you stand in this here battle? Who do you got?
You can read my mind. You know what I'm thinking of. Stock in the Game.
Stock in the Game.
I thought it was just guns. He said, you can read my mom. Like, I just thought it was guns.
All I saw, when I went there, when I tried to go into his mind like he said we were allowed to, all I saw was the barrel of a shotgun. And I thought,
us and the guns.
Yeah, don't get it wrong.
Us and the guns. Who is it? It's just us and the guns.
I don't know nothing about ASR 10s, but I love that beat.
I know you know AR-15 though, no ASR 10, but
no, AR-15, MP AR-15s, but I like them MOP boys. Okay, so we got 2 votes in stock in the game. Obviously, that's Alchemist track. Alchemist making an appearance on both albums. Let me talk to my man, the Real Cool Breeze over on the West Coast. Sir Fallen Soldiers remix versus stock in the game. Who do you got?
I'm gonna go with stock in the game.
Ooh, I think it's a very one-sided affair at the moment. Let's keep going. My man Ike Infamous, Long Island. I'm assuming this is the assumption is correct. You're staying in Long Island, Brown?
Yes, sir. I do want to say though, Alchemist definitely did his thing with that beat for CORMEGA.
Yeah,
I do like the beat. I definitely think that. Scan, did you say it was you, Scan, that said this is an early Alchemist, like you can start to see, you can start to kind of see where his technique and his skill and style is going, and
yes.
That is very true. Because that the CORMEGA beat has a kind of slower flow to it, which is, I think, is kind of what he's on now. But I'm going with the Freddie Fox one.
You've got 4 votes in at the moment. Stock in the game. There ain't it doesn't matter, DJ Hobo. But out of curiosity, that's Alchemist track. Who do you got? Fallen Soldiers remix or stock in the game?
that's actually one of my songs that I really like off the CORMEGA album. And I like the Tell 'Em I'm Here better than
Gotcha.
better than the one you chose, both produced by the Alchemist. So I'm gonna go with CORMEGA on this one.
Oh, snap.
Interesting.
Okay.
Dope. He gets a vote, man. That's what's up.
I said that's real cute. Yeah.
Is that a poke at Jews? Pause.
4 more years.
And talking about the best Alchemist track appearance, again, he appeared multiple times as I believe Bobo just mentioned on Bumpy Knuckles, but he gave CORMEGA a gem as well, the Fallen Soldiers remix going up against stock in the game. And it looks like this was almost a one-sided affair, but eventually the win still goes to Bumpy Knuckles, stock in the game, putting Freddie Fox up at the top of the scoreboard with a lead of 2-1. Bumpy Knuckles in the lead. Let's see if CORMEGA can score a point in this next one. By the way, like I said, every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do it live on Twitch. We are basically talking about underground bangers. If you were familiar with the early 2000s and how these two gentlemen helped usher in the entire sort of movement of being like, listen, you don't need a label. You don't need radio singles. You could just put out dope shit and they're going to buy it. And it was like, you think so? I don't know. I've been taught you got to go shop your demo, you know? Right. And it's like, no. Look at CORMEGA. You know what I mean? Look at Bumpy Knuckles, amongst many others. But again, we got to give these gentlemen their flowers. They're definitely one of the early on gentlemen that still have careers going independently to this day. So shout out to them.
Right.
And again, not that they matter, but again, making it sort of cool, sort of like an acceptance level of like, okay, wait, if someone like CORMEGA is doing that, I can do that too. I can go to Koch route, right? Because again, it was also like the graveyard and all this other nonsense. So interesting. So I just wanted to bring that up.
I just wanna point out that the homie Mr. September brought this up, but Freddie Fox wrote John Cena's rhymes on his song on the WWE SmackDown album.
On the Jake One track?
Yep.
No, on the one that Bumpy Knuckles produced.
Oh, I don't know. I know there's another one. That makes sense. It makes sense. Like here, I give you this record. Like I wrote it.
The song is called "You Can't See Me." It's on the WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 soundtrack. All hip hop songs produced by Bumpy Knuckles.
Yo, that is a paycheck. That is a paycheck. If people ever wonder why,
not a huge paycheck. That dude McMahon is cheap, but it's a check. For something that he does, waking up, going to sleep, taking the shit, eating, like he does this. Like I do this, I'm happy.
You think McMahon is gonna?
Yeah, he's gonna. I saw a documentary recently about someone getting stiff paws in certain situations. It was kind of like.
You think he's gonna do that to Freddie Fox?
Yes.
Freddie Fox runs up in the office with the twin Glocks, son.
Yeah,
when mad other wrestlers like, "What's up, son? You get in, but you ain't
had a brag on that day when he spoke to Freddie Fox."
But isn't
and non-instrumentals, no publishing. Like it's a one-off deal. I promise you. His name is on the project. All of that on. They're not trying to go be in business with him. It's like, yo, here you go. Bye. I promise you, it could have been somewhere between 25 to 50. In this climate in the 2000s, between 25 to 50. Maybe if it was today, it'd probably be maybe an extra zero at the end of that. But in the 2000s, I'm assuming that project dropped in the 2000s, right? The wrestling thing?
Yeah.
2006.
No publishing. Yeah, no, but they want to own everything. It's like we want to keep it in house. We don't want to fucking.
Yeah, I could see easy a good 50 or whatever, and that's it.
Matter of fact, you know who said that? Jake won. Now that I think about it, that's the connection. Yeah. They were like, "Would you get the play?" They're like, "No." He's like, it was a decent check. He's like, but like goodbye, kind of check. Like, don't you understand? We're not gonna do this.
Don't ask me for shit.
I think the reach
times for a bunch of things. We want to keep.
I think the reach that the WWE project has is kind of crazy to understand that Bumpy Knuckles and Jake One is a part of the project. Like they're not using.
Yeah, that's a good point too. That's a good point.
And that was a video game too.
Yeah, so basically it's like the WWE itself is going to be self promotion. So it's like, here, take this check, you get your name credits, and then probably do what you got to do off the name of the WWE after that.
But they weren't talking. It's not like Bumpy Knuckles is a one-off kind of MC, a one-off kind of guy. And this is one of those things. I think this is one of those things that like if you were to see Bumpy Knuckles out, you'd be like, yo, this dude don't get money, and then you're like, how is he connected to WWE? Because Bumpy Knuckles, the connection of WWE and Bumpy Knuckles doesn't look like it would be. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It doesn't. I mean, I wouldn't have known that. The homie Mr. September brought that up. I had to look it up.
See what I'm saying? Listen, everybody won from that. Like it's what Ike said. Like I said, it's a great look for him. It's still a check, and it's a. I'm sure it came with plaques, which he's still allowed to obviously receive. It's. He's involved in the project. It's just more of like a back end situation. It's like, yo, here's your check. And I specifically remember it was a Jake One interview because again, that record came up in a question, and he's like, oh yeah, no, I don't get it.
And I'm pretty sure being on the project helped with some sort of sales or his name just in general to people he would have never have ever been involved.
Part of the resume.
Yeah, it's part of the resume, exactly.
Freddie Fox been out since '88 too, man. So he's not. He's a vet. He's a
long time.
We're gonna.
Oh, not to cut you. Was it Watermelon Man too? Was it?
What did you say?
He said, "Wasn't he in Watermelon Man?"
Yes, he was in Watermelon Man for sure.
Okay. All right, sorry. Continue, Jules. Good.
No, it's all good. It's good. We're gonna move on to round number 3 again. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes every Monday night. Don't forget to check us out. The episode of Who Do You Got? DJ Cruz One in the building. Salute to you, sir.
What up, brother?
You joined us just in time. We're getting ready to start round number 3. CORMEGA, that's right, CORMEGA from Queensbridge, going up against Bumpy Knuckles, a.k.a. Freddie Fox, a.k.a. it should have been Eric B. and Freddie Fox instead of Eric B. and Rakim. If you know, you know. If someone's just home that day, a whole different story. If you know, you know. But we are talking about the Realness album going up against Industry Shakedown. That's right, the years were 2000 and 2001. It's a brand new decade. Sound was changing, and the independent game was just starting to flourish. It was just starting to really roll out. You could put the confidence in a label. Like I believe the Land Speed put out both projects, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so, yeah.
So there you go. So interesting. We should call it the Land Speed battle. Whatever, we still can. The Land Speed battle. I want to shine it too. Like also do Sparrow used to do that shit? Or that shit like shining. Let's talk about it though. We got to keep talking about both albums. I have round number 3 ready to go. We are going to talk about how both these gentlemen didn't really need a lot of special features and appearances on both their projects. They really did basically handle the bulk of all the rhyming, which is a lot, especially when you talk about two gentlemen that, you know, get really, really, you know, intricate with their pen game. So with that being said, round number 3, best feature track. Let's talk about the Realness's contribution with, I don't even know, I want to say this proper, like with Dunn and Kiko. You know what I'm saying?
There you
Man,
go.
you know, so I know. Don't test me, Triple C. You gotta pat me on the back, brother. I already know. Dunn and Kiko, you know what I'm saying? Going up against Bumpy Bring It Home, featuring man Billy Dan's other half MOP. It's ironic because we've always kind of had like an MOP Mob Deep kind of battle mentality here on EBR. And each going up against each other in this battle.
They meet again.
Let's get that artwork going right here as well. MOP versus Mob Deep. We got that battle. You know what I'm saying? Check it out right here. If you want to know who won, I'm not gonna tell you. You gotta go and check it out. Link in the description. Let's talk about it. Dunn and Kiko going up against Bumpy Bring It Home. Let's hear a little bit of both artists on each song. Havoc on the beat.
Use a notebook crook with loose leaf beat. A backseat criminal past the heat to somebody that blast the heat. Man, it sound bad on the pad. What happened in the street? A villain on the vinyl, an analog outlaw. A lot of gats on your DAC tape southpaw. You thuggin' when the mic's plugged in. Walking through the speakers like you got no sense. You wild on the 2-inch, got your platinum plaques to prove it. Your music's been around the world moving, and it come right back around to the ground on it. Now it's time to face your opponent. Infamous, cling to this real shit. Stuck where we started at, fuck that. Not because I have to, we want to. I love this shit. The raw's what I live for. To hear the sound of the crowd roar for more. To see the niggas that can't pay rush the door. Wailing on the dance floor. When they song come on, swinging they fists, ready for war. But it's a different type of effect. It's not violence, it just trans by the advance. Trained by the sound bank, put under the drum. Numbed off of our shit. Now who you rockin' with, them or us? Deep love or cheap lust? QB or bust? Infamous till we pass on. You laughing at the wrong shit, I take action. Defend my confidence, nigga. I write bombs that'll shatter your ambitions of being top dog as we move through the stage fall. I need the bass more so I can taste it and make y'all go AWOL and lose it. Say no more, brace yourself, nigga, it's on.
Yo, back up, yo. Who tell you telling? Are you frail or felon? Was you making sales or watching niggas selling? You exploit niggas' lives in your rhymes and then avoid them. You never felt the moisture in the air of cold boiling. You never felt the razor scraping your plate, your hands aching, yet you keep chopping cause it's paper to make. You never felt the power of invincibility, clutching a gun like fucking thunder's him on me. At your best, you wasn't hand to hand, no more than 3 grams. What the fuck you know about a key, man? You never hustled. Let's get it right, my nigga. Wild would've stuck you. Stop dry snitching in your rhymes. Listen, what you trying to do? Help the guys in blue, indict them so that could be another rhyme for you. You a parasite. You never had a life, so you throw other niggas' lives in your pad at night. It's clever when you write it, spoken well for a dude who never been indicted. You know the deal, motherfucker. The real make the fake niggas kneel and lose appetites when you chase niggas still. My rhymes are what it takes to get a deal and make it real. I'm like Big, you can't replace the skill. I lace it ill like cocaine and Scarface's grill. Your motherfucker flow is basic chill. I'm core, mega, raw, forever. Y'all niggas know my steez, I'm rapping for Queens. You minor league, I'm big time like Mark McGuire D. Your whole team is pussy. When I squeeze, vaginas bleed. My lyrics stay official. I bag up coke on dishes made of crystal. Your niggas, they will miss you. My nickel plated pistol. Got 16 shots, you could take them with you. To the coffin or DA's office surgery. Nurses screaming we lost him. Like suddenly divorced him. Fuck it, it cost him. If you want beef, say no more. Brace your death. Nigga is on. We spray 4-4, bitch.
Hey yo, turn the music up some more in the headphones for me. Check it out. Come on. Yeah. You ready? It's Bumpy Knuckles, baby. Sing this out to my niggas. All them hardcore street corner wilders. It's Freddie Fox, baby. That's right. Diamond D, baby. Whoever seen I be Mr. Lyrical, flows nice like sunsets on the Rio Grande. Pointing at the sisters, checking out their can. My lyrical ability keeps them real niggas that listen to hip hop feeling me. I keep it underground, sounds of Pump China. Even in Japan, they know I'm the ultra. Spit every verse like it's my last one. Slow ones, fast ones. I blast past them, slow gas ones. See, I don't think no niggas nicer than me. I'm not conceited, that's how I read it. These niggas need it. I dissect your verses like science class frauds. I see your rap records and swine like hogs. Now cipher, that's like turning down Janet for Michelle Pfeiffer. See, Freddie Fox ain't with that. My shit is hotter than cayenne pepper, the mic wrecker, the lethal weapon. I keep you hot stepping. It's not my fault that niggas listen to me and wanna rob shit, cause I do my motherfucking job, kid. If you a thug, then you recognize what you see before you. Eyes and ears since Freddie Fox is here. I've been laying it, doing it, saying it, rolling by my motherfucking self with my burner cock slaying it. And I ain't seen nothing that can make me believe there's a nigga rapping live than me. You feel me?
Classic your own. Bumpy's in the zone. Leave Bumpy alone. Bumpy get it on. Bumpy spit throne. Bumpy on the throne. Now, Bumpy bring it home. You in the classic your own. Bumpy's in the zone. Leave Bumpy alone. Bumpy get it on. Bumpy spit throne. Bumpy on the throne. Now, Bumpy bring it home.
Watches and alligator shoes. When niggas thought devil jeans was the big news. I had 50 miles on my brand new Benz in 89. When you wanted me to critique your rhyme, it just was alright. Niggas brought rappers to me for approval. Now I give you 16 bars for removal. I bought rollies, riding around in tagged up stories. I keep it truth like the Holy Quran. Here's the game plan, ambush, best attack, hit off my man. I make you niggas listen to some lyrical shit, some miracle shit, some empirical shit. Now I'm in flip mode. I got my gun in your brain and make you run your chain. Bumpy plays no games. It's all real here. Can't get my gun in the club. I keep it real near. I'm harder than a bulletproof vest wrapped around a steel pole. Send chill all through your body like real soul. James Brown over meters. I'm gunning for you, no talent rap style eaters. When Diamond D blessed me, I had to come rugged or unplug it. Only true thugs can fuck it.
You in the class of your own. Bumpy's in the zone. Leave Bumpy alone. Bumpy get it on. Bumpy spit drones. Bumpy on the throne. Now, Bumpy bring it home.
Bumpy bring it home. Here you go. We got the voting booth up in the chat room. Everybody in the chat, leave your vote in there because we're gonna find out what you guys thought of this particular round. Best feature track. We're talking about the realness going up against Industry Shakedown. Again, respectfully, you're not paying attention. That means CORMEGA versus Bumpy Knuckles. Two real street dudes making real street music, making fire songs. Let's be clear. That was Mobb Deep in total on that song. You have Havoc on the beat, Prodigy on the feature, CORMEGA on the verse. You then have Diamond D producing a song with half an MOP, shout out to Billy Danz. And again, Freddie Fox on top of that pause. Like, I mean, this is a crazy round. Make sure you choose carefully in the voting booth. Make sure you choose carefully in the comments section. I ask all you guys first, who do you got? And I'm gonna start with my man, DJ Hobo. Who do you got first, sir? Best feature track, Under Kicko, going up against Bumpy Bring It Home.
I still have a few things to say. Just want to point out, first of all, that did you see the difference in vocal tone between Danz and Freddie Fox? You could hear that Danz was yelling in the mic. Freddie Fox was just talking. My earlier point.
Yeah, I mean, on this particular song, he knew his place. You know, he was like, it's like big with the bone flow. He was like, I'm gonna do my thing, but I'm not gonna go past a quick 16. know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not talking about the length of rhyme. I'm just saying his vocal tone was classic Billy Dan's, which is sometimes a little too much, in my personal opinion. Respectfully.
Was that too much though for that hook?
No, that wasn't.
Well, respectfully, it was only half of MOP, so maybe you're just good for like half of an MOP.
Maybe.
You know?
Who knows? And then I just want to point out on this CORMEGA track, man, they were really going at Nas heavy on this song, man. Heavy,
on the album,
both of them.
On the album, CORMEGA was getting at him.
Yeah, CORMEGA was going at him on the album, yeah. But on this song especially, they were really, both of them were going at Nas heavy. I think I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many people remember that beef, but I remember that beef pretty well.
Yes, people remember the beef,
and they were going on. But with all that said, very rarely do I vote against Prodigy. So I'm going with CORMEGA and Prodigy on this one.
Don and Kiko, aye! Got the first vote in already. DJ Hobo siding with the with the realness from CORMEGA. Let's keep it pushing. My man Triple C, gun bar extraordinaire, our expert gun bar panel expert, sir. Both songs here, you know, obviously heavy in gun bar activity. We have the infamous rest in peace Prodigy with an appearance, Havoc on the beat, and then we got Diamond D, the Magnificent, obviously, with a guest half appearance at MOP. We're talking about Billy Dan's. Who do you got, sir?
You know, I gotta say, I do like the bumpy track, but I love Thuns and Kiko.
Hey!
Can't go wrong. Anytime Mega does something with Mobb Deep, it's all good. It's
you like the Queen Rich Connect.
Yeah.
You like the Queen established connection, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
They sound good together.
Fair enough.
Queensbridge all day.
Hey. Let's talk to Cool Breeze. Cool Breeze. Both songs fire, both songs with features, both songs with fire producers. Who do you got?
It's a tough round, but I'm gotta go with the CORMEGA one. Don and Kiko.
You too? Oh shit.
I like that bumpy knuckles though, man. That joke was hard.
Yeah, that's Diamond D, and we gotta give Diamond D his flies every single time. You know what I mean? Billy Dan's is definitely fire as well. I mean, you know, he's but he definitely, I believe he's got solo albums as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go, Charlotte. Make sure you look that up on your streaming platforms. Let's keep moving forward. Scandalous, aka Baba Midi.
Yo.
You know the question. Don and Kiko against Bumpy Bring It Home.
Both tough. And I actually really like that Diamond D joint, man. I like that beat, on that. But Thun and Kiko, man, is something special. It's definitely the representation of how when Queensbridge is unified and gets together, they make classics. And it's just a classic Mobb Deep sound with Havoc on it. And I mean, when P is spitting, man, you gotta salute P every time, man. I mean, I don't know of many Mobb Deep or solo appearances by P that I don't like. Like, I can't really think of many records from Prodigy that I don't like. You know what I mean? But with that said, I'm going for CORMEGA.
Got it. In the books. Got one more vote to go. I said Ike, technically, just in terms of the math, the way it's leaning, it doesn't really matter, but I'm curious because both songs are fire, both producers are legends. Who do you got?
Both records are fire. It definitely is different for CORMEGA. Me not being a CORMEGA fan, it's different hearing him rhyme with Prodigy. I don't put this on the level of Killer's Theme, or I can't think of the solo track that the feature that he was on Prodigy's HNIC album. I can't remember the name, but that was another one that was really fire. But I'm going with the Bumpy Knuckles. I think it was just an overall doper track, and I had asked Hobo when he was talking if Billy Dance or the screaming was too much, because I actually think that it was kind of perfect. Like, it was exactly how loud he needed to scream to match the energy of Bumpy Knuckles. And I'm telling you, like, Bumpy's that guy. He really do swing them fists. You know what I mean? But
that's why we see you voting him all night. You're scared. I mean, you're supporting the home team.
Yeah. First off, ain't nobody scared. I don't get lost. There isn't a bridge.
First of all, I would be careful how you relate. I would be careful how you answer the next set of questions.
Then
It's not my
secondly,
fault. Listen, it's not my fault that Long Island has its own trick. You know what I'm saying? Yours is, Bumpy Knuckles. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Jules, man.
If you're playing his records because you want to, not because he's making you. You know what I'm saying?
Li all day, baby. Bumpy's my man.
Hey, Jules,
Shout out to Bumpy.
Well, we support Bumpy all day. We're not gonna let you slouch. We're not gonna let you slouch. Ike don't sit back.
Nah, we don't do the fake. We just gonna co-sign you because you're from here, even though we feel like you need to get your skills up. You know what I mean? We don't do that because I know anybody from Queens, you're jumping on their side whether he's trash or not.
I think you're not respecting Freddie Fox's sort of influence.
I just want to point out that
right now.
I just want to point out that the views of Jules DJ do not reflect those of the entire East Beats and Rhyme family. So,
thank you very much.
You happen to be watching this, Mr. Knuckles.
Just the founding members.
Please note
shout out to my man.
Jules does not speak for all of us.
Shout out to my man Bumpy Nut, man. Shout out to my man Bumpy Nut. I'll tell you, I got a funny story, man. I got a funny story at the end of the show.
Did you say Ike's voice kind of quivered for a second because he was?
Whoa.
Listen. Hold on a second.
I saw how eager he was to want to vote.
Hold on a second.
I voted for you, boss.
To your voice, Ike.
Hold on a second. I hold it down. I hold it down for the super heavy featherweights. You know what I mean? I weigh a buck nothing. I ain't scared of shit. I'll tell you that now, right? That's first and foremost. That's why I find it entertaining watching Jules meander the way that he does, try to incite me the way that he tries to incite. It is hilarious.
For all these big words, again, they just sound very, very aggressive.
You see this guy? Are you working on an Emmy?
They sound very like, I'm not gonna lie to you, they sound the kind of words that come with a lot of like collar grab. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
before
you see there's no wrinkles, you know what I'm saying? So I would appreciate you digitally put your hands down. You know what I mean?
Before I let your nonsense just totally disregard all of my thoughts, I did want to say, because we were talking about how Cormega and P were really getting at Nas on the record, and I'm not sitting here saying I'm around nature every day and this, that, and third, but I've traveled and done a little time or whatever with Nate. So Nate's my guy, and I have never once heard him say anything bad about Nas. You know what I'm saying? And there's one time it was me, him, shout out to my dude Shah Stud, Hostage Media. It was me, him, and Nate smoking blunts for like 4 hours back to back in Atlanta. You know what I mean? And never once have I heard Nate say anything about Nas. And I've known Nate for probably like a good 10 years now, if I think about it, 8, 9 years. And I've never heard him. So it is wild hearing how much Cormega and P were saying things about Nas, and yeah, I'm nobody. I'm Ike Infamous. I'm a nobody. You know what I mean? So when I'm around nature and Nate's, we just kicking it, and Nate's telling me different stories and shit like that, and you realize and seeing the love that he gets where he goes, and he's respected by the legends and the upcomers and everything like that. And never once have I heard him say anything bad about Nas. Shout out to my dude Nate.
Shout out to Nate. Let's go ahead and wrap up round number 3. We decided to call it the best feature track with Done and Get Go, featuring Prodigy, produced by Havoc, going up against Bumpy Bring It Home, produced by Diamond D, featuring Billy Danzini, formerly, right, of MOP. Not formerly MOP, but former name, half of MOP. And while it wasn't one-sided, it was definitely heavily sided. Done and Get Go take the win for best feature track, putting Cormega finally up on the scoreboard, giving it this fight a chance. Let's see what happens. We might go to distance. The score is officially 2-1. Bumpy Knuckles still in the lead by 1 single point, but Cormega has finally got one on the scoreboard. We're going to keep moving forward. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes is the network. Who Do You Got is the show. Every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do it here live on Twitch. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. Constantly dropping content. Yeah, we're dropping comments too. We talk back. We speak back. You know what I'm saying? We reply. Let us know ideas for games and all that. Like I said, for future matches, because you guys definitely been putting it out there. We definitely appreciate it. Let's talk about round number 4. I was a little let's just say I came up with these questions around 4:20 p.m. this afternoon. And I decided to call this theme, you guys see my fingers, okay? The rapping round. The rapping round. Those that are on the listening end, it's my finger quotes in the air. The rapping round. I wanted to talk about two gems from both projects that basically have the rapping theme in both songs. Also happen to be heavy production going on by two of hip hop's, sort of amazing heavyweights in the game, people that have put in some real classic work in the game. Let's talk about, again, the rapping round. Let's talk about Rap's a Hustle, produced by Queen's own, the Ayatollah, going up against Bumpy Knuckles' contribution off that industry shakedown with Part of My Life by DJ Premier. Let's go. Rap's a Hustle. Up against Part of My Life. Ayatollah, Premier. Let's go.
Turn my mic up. What? I'm a pimp, the pimp's my hoe. She don't even move till I say so. Her only purpose in life is get me large. I got my pen working 16 bars. When I'm happy, she happy, sad, she sad. She makes sure we both have. She know I got plenty more ready to replace her. Bitch better have mine. Not letting no pen get out of line. You get it? I mean, can you dig it? She committed to me. She please niggas for me. My shit so tight. She leave a nigga for me. I met her in a studio. She caught my eye. She was with a Mac over kicking whack ass rhymes. I needed a pen, so he let me borrow her. Like my shit ain't ill enough to overpower her. I see he wasn't treating her right. I gave her some paper and let her do a thing that night. That's right, I took her from that player. He too concerned with his money and his data. She told me, shit, he be thinking be so weak. I told him, your hoe chose me, I'm Goldie, be cool, or we can make the heat come out. Your pen work for me till the ink run out. Player, money talks and bullshit, boy, what? Rap is a hustle, yo. Only the strong survive, I was born to rhyme. Put me on the streets and I'm going for mine. Money talks and bullshit walks. Rap is a hustle, yo. Only the strong survive, I was born to rhyme. Put me on the street, nigga. Yo, my rap is...
Yo, Lumpy, you're the best rapper out there, but I just got home and I put the tape in my car. I've been listening to a little stuff from the new kids and they all sound like clones. You're absolutely the best, no doubt. It's your life. Catch you later, Mo.
Who's the real divine? Bumpy. Let me tell you. Freddie Fox, baby. Let me tell you. Who's the real divine like that? Freddie Fox. Let me tell you, I be all in you like you disrespected space in my lyric zone. I'm like a pit with a leg in his mouth. I bring it home, Bumpy ripping everything known. Block every blow phone. I make you sit your whole ass down. Turn off your microphone, cause after me it's unrippable. I slap you in your mouth, your drinks will be unsippable. I got miles of lyrical styles. You must be out your motherfucking brain to think I'm not the nicest in the game. Disconnect you from your mainframe. Punch cock, swear your nose up like Murray the Cop. To the beat down, you don't stop. Fox and Bumpy keep it hot. In the whole beef with just one shot. Niggas, I fear not. This piece of steel with the screen on top projects uncut China white dope. Leave a freeze in a nigga throat. I fight for this like the right to vote. The poison I spit, there'll never be an antidote. You niggas thought I put my mic down, cause the industry is scared, cause I put my fight down. Before I do that, I sell it out the trunk and make a meal. Now that's a real rap nigga deal. In 99, I'm dropping niggas like flies. Fuck flowing, I'm turning niggas into Jesse Owen. Cock the 4-pound, keep it going. I'm in your dressing room laying. You bitch ass niggas should start praying, baby. Rhyming is a part of my life. I'm a dollar rhyming kids and a rhyming wife. I don't let nobody judge me that don't know how to do what I do. So if you don't like it, then fuck cool. So if you don't like it, I watch niggas get hyped up.
Here you go. Yeah.
Damn.
Yes, again, we're talking about Part of My Life. That was DJ Premier on the beat off that Bumpy Knuckles Industry Shakedown going up against Raps a Hustle with, again, the Ayatollah on the beat. When these two get together, by the way, when CORMEGA and Ayatollah get together, it's pretty crazy. It's just one example of it. If you know, you know. Yeah, the rapping round, if you will, both rappers, talking about rapping. So there you go. Let's talk about it. Make sure you leave your vote in the voting booth. By the way, I do apologize, DJ Hobo, that we didn't get the results from the last round. I saw y'all talking shit, but you right. I gave it up. You right. I'm sorry. So do you happen to know the results, or were they vanished in the flood that is our content?
It was 100% for Thun and Kiko.
And then Kiko, see, you very DMV. You didn't know how to say that. It's okay. We know which record you're referring to. You can just say the one featuring Prodigy. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And then you go.
Wow.
It's okay. I'm just letting you.
The name of the song is Thun and Kiko. What do you
I know,
talking
but it's again, you know, it's let me try to.
What?
Hobo, don't worry about it. Yo, Hobo,
Did
don't
I
worry
miss?
about
Did
it.
I miss
got your
some
back,
corny
son.
ass Queens joke? Is that what happened? I missed.
You see, the Queen's joke is you don't know how to say it like a Queen's accent. That's all. That's all I was trying to say.
Because the frequency's too low because it's too fucking short over there in Queens.
Again, the frequency. Listen. Truth be told, no. Listen, I don't know why Ike's laughing so hard. You're part of this crew. We are part of the 5 Foot Club. But most of the Queensbridge crew is part of 5 Foot Club as well, and that's why we all relate in the same frequency of dope music. A la Nas, a la P, a la Havoc. Mega, I don't know if Mega's over 5 anything.
Mega's a 5 footer too.
Yeah, Mega's 5 foot too. So again, respectfully, yes, you're right. It is for us. So it's all right. Yeah, and Ike, you keep acting like that. We might not let you come through to get to the city. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you got to.
Wow. Ike,
I'll be on
phone call, baby.
I'll be on
one phone call away, baby.
Springfield Gardens. I'll be on Farmers. Where I'll be in Astoria Boulevard.
One phone call, baby.
What you talking about?
Drop your location. Drop your location. Done. Drop your location. Done. There you go. That's like you say, DJ Hope. Drop your location. Done.
Check me on Van Dam Street in Long Island City.
Yeah, I'll catch you by all the gentrified cool places to eat over there.
Whoa!
I'll catch you by a cool food cart, maybe food truck. Excuse me.
You said you're in the safe zone.
Max, this is the point where we highlight what I said earlier about Jules getting upset. Right here, right now.
Thank you. Like I said,
any type of arrogance or sort of aggravated sort of kind of energy. This is me in my Zen place, baby. I can't get any more chill than this. You know what I'm saying? I do need to get back to the game, gentlemen. As much as you keep trying to pull me back in Al Pacino style, I'm bigger than that. I'm gonna keep moving forward and host the show.
It's hilarious, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad I made you laugh. Can I?
Sorry, please proceed. Please proceed.
I'm smiling and laughing. It's the same thing. It doesn't count. It's like an invisible laugh. Let's talk about the rapping round. Once again, we are talking about Raps Also, produced by the Ayatollah, Part of My Life, produced by DJ Premier. We got the voting booth going on. We're going to find out what it is, I promise, at the end of this round. Let's talk about everybody in this room here. I believe Cool Breeze hasn't started first, if I'm not mistaken. So Cool Breeze, when we're talking about both these records right here, Raps Hustle, Part of My Life, who do you got?
Dude, tough round. Both dope tracks, but I'm going to go with Part of My Life for this one.
DJ Premier on the beat. Cool Breeze putting it down. Let's keep moving forward. The Triple C, executive producer Triple C, part of me. What do you think, sir, when it comes to both these songs?
Man, I got love for Tola, but I got to go with that Part of My Life.
Hey,
you know, you're Bumpy spit it like how I feel it.
Oh shit! Okay, I feel you. So you want a lot of hip hop in the house?
She's in a rapping ass wife.
I want everybody to know the same gentleman that I've taken long car drives with on Sundays. Maybe going to, let's say, out of town or something.
Whoa!
Don't hit my pause it. We went to go see. You want to hear more pause? We have to go visit your ass. How about that? This is we have to go see you. How about that? Over the DMV. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is the man don't let no hip hop ride in his car on Sundays. It's forbidden. It's a no-go.
Sunday's a chill moment. Chill moment.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I like that. I respect that.
So what we
rap all the time.
So what we talking? We talking 70s, 60s. What we talking? Orchestra? What we R&B? What do you
he plays like 90s R&B and again it's beautiful stuff. But he's playing like the hip hop version. It's like putting a silencer on the gun on Sundays. That's all he's doing. How you gonna play SWV anything Wu-Tang remix? You know what I'm saying? Like we will get a little bit of U-God on Sunday. You don't even play U-God on a regular Saturday, but we're gonna get a little U-God on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
90s R&B is the equivalent of Trip C putting the silencer on the burner. That's all I'm saying.
That is hilarious. That is great.
That's all it is. Like, you don't get no points for that. Anyway,
I feel like that should be a T-shirt. 90s R&B is like putting the silencer on the burner.
There you go.
Great. That's great. That's great.
Like it's a quiet killer. You know, so you don't choose but it kills. Let's talk about it though. We got 2 votes in, part of my life, DJ Premier. You know what I'm saying? It's closing down to the hour. Let's just go ahead and ask the room real quick. Does anybody want to place a vote for CORMEGA and Ayatollah on that Raps a Hustle?
I'm voting for Mega and Tola.
You're voting for Mega. Speak on it.
Well, of course, I got some stock in that beat, because I know it from before it got to Mega. And shout out to always Tola and Mega making great music together. And shout out to Hydra Recordings. Part of my life, man, I'll make it personal. I'll put it out there in the world. So, hey, I thought I was going to die with a ramen wife, and then I got divorced. So I can't vote for that record.
So we're going with Raps a Hustle. Really. It's such a hustle. This Scan putting his vote down, first one in the game. We officially have some representation on the other side of the board. Does anybody else want to vote for Raps a Hustle? Fair enough. I'm going to go ahead and take everybody else's quiet vote, silent vote, as participation for part of my life. If anybody wants to talk about that record, go ahead while I do this real quick. But
shout out to Tola. Shout out to Tola. I think for flipping that sample, for flipping that chop.
He did it before. What was that? Outkast. He used it before. I remember hearing that beat, man, when he first.
What's that sample for those that don't know?
Willie Hutch, right? I think it's Willie Hutch.
I believe it's Willie Hutch.
Willie Hutch.
Yeah, very,
I mean,
Outkast.
And it's so ill. It's so ill how like something like a chop like that it's easily remembered or easily known. You know what I mean? It can be flipped in a couple of different ways and still sound dope. But I think just that bumpy knuckles, man, like that's the thing with Bump. He's got that pocket. He's from the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Like he's got that underground hip hop pocket, like the record he did with Pete Rock on the album and shit like that. And it's not like it's super lyrical or anything with Bumpy Knuckles, but it's more of a feeling. Like I can understand why Trip wants to go out and deliver packages. You know what I mean? Listening to the Bumpy Knuckles. It makes perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? Because it does have a different energy.
Shout out to Bumpy Knuckles and that Knots project. That's a whole VA representation right there. That's
right.
Bumpy, he just to add on to Ike, it's a particular pocket, a particular niche, because even listening to the album, he's aggressive, but if you listen to some of the rhymes, they're actually funny with some of the lines he has too on album. Like it's aggressive and he's getting at cats, but like, nah, he made it funny when he said though with that,
the record when he's getting that Nori on the album, you know what I mean? It's not that he's like super lyrical about it, but he's right up in your face about it, and it's in pockets, so you're like, holy shit, like he really.
What are you gonna do about it?
That's why I said,
right.
He says it like how I feel it,
He said, I'll never. He said something about Memphis Bleak.
He said, I'm sick and tired of Nori with the what.
Yeah.
Something about write some rhymes or shut the fuck up, or something. It was something like that.
I'll give it up.
It was hilarious.
Bleak had that record, Memphis Bleak, and he said, I'll never ask what a Memphis Bleak is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he said, "Don't come in my face asking what a myth bleak is." Yo, he was setting it on everybody.
He was setting on that, and nobody said anything.
Yo, I was gonna say that, Scan. I was gonna say that. Nobody said a word back. Nobody said a word back. Whether it be that it can be looked at like, all right, who's a Bumpy Knuckles that I need to respond to? You know what I mean, on the meter or whatever. But then also, if you understand Bumpy Knuckles' legacy in the game and who he really is, like he's connected.
Listen, they said something, but not on wax.
Right. They said it where he couldn't hear it.
I mean,
yeah, you're right too.
Both gentlemen, like I said, are very well known for their non-musical activities in these streets, and not to be toyed with and to be taken very seriously, because both gentlemen come with a very take the very serious reputation. And with that being said, round number 4 came to an end. Looks like it was, again, not one-sided, but heavily sided, giving the win between Raps a Hustle, produced by Ayatollah, going up against Part of My Life by DJ Premier. Again, the rapping round is the theme of this one. And it looks like Part of My Life by DJ Premier and Bumpy Knuckles takes the win, putting Bumpy Knuckles back up on the scoreboard once again. Score of 3-1. If you've been paying attention, because we do this pretty much on time every week, 8 o'clock, every Monday night, Eastern Standard Time. That would be what, 5 o'clock? Is that correct, Breeze? 5 p.m. Pacific time? You know what I'm saying? For my European people, that's 2 p.m. I don't know. I'm just playing. I don't know what's on it. But, follow the Eastern Pacific one, and you can. There's a fucking mistake. I got that motherfucker! It's the part of my life.
Yeah, that was ill. That was pretty dope.
Miyagi.
Yeah, I'm a Miyagi shit. But again, for those watching, like I said, you can always join us live. We'd love to see you in the chat room. Believe me, there's always a bunch of people hanging out in the chat room. Shout out to Malcontent, Mr. September, DJ Cruz 1. Who else was in here today? My Tar was in here. I mean, again, instrumentals. Like I said, shout out to everybody that joins us every week. So we are basically came to the conclusion. We have come to the conclusion of tonight's battle when we talk about some 90s underground, bangers. We are talking about CORMEGA's The Realness going up against Bumpy Knuckles, aka Freddie Fox, the industry shakedown. And we got to play a lot of gems. It went 4 rounds, but there had to be a winner, and it scored a 3-1. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Make some noise for Bumpy Knuckles, industry shakedown, taking the win tonight. Give it up one time, Freddie Fox.
LR for the win, baby. LR for the win.
Yo, Max, make sure you take out that part where I got the mosquito. I want Peter. You heard? Matter of fact, leave it in. Let's put it at the beginning of the video. Like, we don't take no shit. You know what I mean?
You gotta put the mosquito right next to Jules' head.
Watermelon. This is the results of tonight's game. Again, we brought it back to what is considered EBR classics. We talked about a lot of early underground projects when we first started this channel. And again, we brought it back to the essence, and we talked about CORMEGA and Bumpy Knuckles, some of that dope underground hip hop. But again, it wouldn't have to be 90s. This we delved into the 2000s. So that was kind of cool. The very beginning of 2000s. Again, we're talking about a 2000 release for Bumpy Knuckles, summertime release, by the way, June 27th of the year 2000, going against CORMEGA's 1 year later, July 24th, 2001 release. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. Again, a lot of cool production on both projects. Mm-hmm. You got CORMEGA, you got J Love. If you know, you know. That's right, mixtape J Love also made beats. Mm-hmm. You got CORMEGA, who made some production on his shit as well. Havoc, Ayatollah, Sean Money XL, Spunk Bigger, if you know, you know. Alchemist. And then you got Prodigy and Tragedy Gaddafi. Queensbridge in the building all over that project, right there as far as features. On the features for that project. And then you got Bumpy Knuckles with his second studio album release. This joint had 20 tracks. There's also a lot of interludes, but again, 20 tracks. So when it comes to the features, Billy Dan's and MOP, so you can basically say MOP's on the album, but there's two different songs there. And then you got production by Bumpy himself, who covered a lot of production, to be honest. Kind of good too. Alchemist, Pete Rock dropping bangers, Diamond D, and DJ Premier. So that's what both projects are bringing.
I didn't I play a Pete Rock track this evening.
I about to say you didn't play the self-titled track.
Well, check this out. So I got one last thing to show to you guys. Again, we're gonna wrap it up in a little while. Maybe we can find something to rate aside if you don't mind, Hobo, and then we'll we'll edit out of here. But
I got to tell you on my story too.
Oh, yeah,
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I just want to kind of run through round number 5. What it would have been. Round number 5, had we have gone the distance, would have been Unforgiven, going up against Bumpy Knuckles Baby. So as you know, that Bumpy Knuckles Baby is the Pete Rock song. And while Triple C is correct, there is a title, it was an album titled song called Industry Shakedown on his album. But believe it or not, when it came to numbers on the streaming platforms, Bumpy Knuckles Baby gets way more play than Industry Shakedown, which is, again, just, you know, the one streaming platform that I'm looking at. But it was a significantly big difference. So I decided to go with Bumpy Knuckles Baby. And then that would have gone up against Unforgiven. And Unforgiven was a Spank. Is it Spank Brother? Is that still Spank Bigger? Maybe they made a mistake.
Spunk Bigger? Spunk Bigger.
Well, Spunk Bigger is on here, but then this one's called, pardon me, Spank Brother.
Spank? Never heard of him.
Me either. And there's no link for him or anything, but
well,
I've heard of J Love, and there's no link for him either. So it is what it is.
So you weren't going to play The Good Lord by Spunk Bigger? That wasn't one of your choices either?
The Good Lord,
They forced my hand. Sorry, they forced my hand.
I thought Godfather Don was on here.
Oh, no, I wanted to. So again, listen, we got 5 rounds. And again, I thought, pardon me, try to get as much music crammed in there, pause as much as possible. And there was a lot of cool tie-ins this particular time, because a lot of times when I do some of these albums, there's not a lot of relatable items. But in this one, you had Alchemist, you had the features, again, Prodigy and Billy Dance. Like, damn, that's half of each group. That's kind of cool. Again, I found the Rap Hustle connection, but it would have ended up again with a Pete Rock track and what I thought was a Spunk Bigger mistype. It might be an actual other producer by the name of Spank Brother on Unforgiven. But I didn't want to do Tragedy Gaddafi versus MOP because I felt like that wasn't fair. That's the only other feature that's on the
right.
But I did have a sidebar conversation earlier this evening with DJ Hobo because we both use different DSPs to play our music. And according to Wikipedia, it mentioned that there was a hidden track. For those of you that remember what that means, it's usually last song plays and maybe like a few minutes later, a song will come on. It claims, and you may like it from his brothers up earlier tonight, that Killer's Theme Part 2 featuring Mobb Deep is on there. I didn't see it anywhere on the DSP that I use. No need to shout them out. And neither did DJ Hobo. So we opted to do a little homework. We played tracks on each one and
It sounds the same.
Sorry?
Doesn't it sound the same?
No, I'm just saying that he didn't find a hidden track, neither did I. I'm trying to say. So had there been, that song, it would have been, again, once again, MOP and Mobb Deep. Let's go for the featured round battle. But with Tragedy, I made the call about Prodigy and Billy Dance versus Tragedy versus Billy Dance. We had to get some Prodigy on the air. Had to. So yeah, that's what it was. But again, what everybody's mentioning is the fact that there's so many good songs on both projects. So don't forget to go and show love and stream both projects. Again, Bumpy Knuckles and The Realness by CORMEGA. So
Killer's Theme is my joint.
Say again?
Killer's Theme is my joint.
Show. Ike, what's the story you got? Tell us about the story.
So shout out to my brother Keith MP and shout out to the whole Distant World and DJ fandom. This is back 2003, 2004 when me and Keith were hosting live open mic out here at Live Tracks on the island. So we got Bumpy Knuckles, Freddie Fox, aka Freddie Fox, as a special guest to be a judge that night because at the end of the month we did a cash out for the winner of the battle or whoever won the biggest.
You got to pay him the weekly vig because he's trick of your neighborhood. I get it.
No. Yo, why is he? Yo, what is he? Yo, what is this? He had.
I thought that's what you were talking about. You said you had to cash him out. Did he say he had to cash him out?
Let that man tell his story in peace.
No. This was a cash prize to the winner of the night. So whoever performed that had the best performance won a cash prize, and they got interviewed up at Street FM. And Bumpy Knuckles was one of the guest judges for the show, right? So place is packed. I introduced this rapper. He's on stage. Now you know how MCs would leave their lyrics in the records or whatever, or maybe on the hook or something like that, right? For a performance track. So
the TV track.
TV track, there you go. So I introduced the MC. I'm on one side of the stage. My partner Keith MP is on the other side of the stage. So now I'm on the side where the judges are at. So as the performance is going on, I'm going over my list, making sure who's on what position we got next, all the little BS details behind the scenes. As I'm doing that, the MC comes over and puts the microphone in my face like I was going to sing the hook, like I was paying attention to his show. And then the hook was playing. So I was like, so he kind of caught me off guard, like, pause, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, so look at him. So then he continues on. It was like one of those moments like, come on, man, right?
Ready.
Yeah, so he finishes his record, right? So now I'm standing back. I'm chilling in the corner of the stage. I'm to the left rear of the stage. I go to start walking out to get the microphone from the artist. Bumpy Knuckles is walking on stage, gets to the microphone before I do. Yo, I'm sick and tired of you fucking MCs with your records all on the fucking thing and with this pity-pat bullshit-ass style of fucking rapping. Do this shit for fucking real. Motherfuckers think that this shit is a game. I'm out here doing this shit for fucking real. And anybody who don't like it, who want to see me, I'm out in the motherfucking parking lot. What? Takes the microphone, throws that shit on the ground. Now we had a rule. No dropping the microphone, right? Literally, Bumpy gets down off the stage. The crowd parts. Bumpy walks and walks out. Place is silent, right? So I start. I'm sitting there like.
Did your neck hurt? Because I know when he grabbed the mic, he probably held you like, listen, calm down, little one pock. Anybody ain't got a problem. Basically, you was red. He was trying to make exactly anybody moving.
It's just like Queens to try to get into where Long Island is doing right now. So Jules, please just hold on with your antics for a second.
All I'm saying is that if I knew he was gonna be at the shot, tuck my shit in.
Well, I didn't. I'm glad you would. I didn't have to. Okay. So as I'm standing there and the place is silent, my partner Keith MP goes over and picks up the microphone, and all of a sudden you hear out the crowd, "How come you don't say something to him about him?"
No.
What's up with this old man? No.
Yo.
I don't know why you come down here messing with these amateur MCs.
That was, yo, he had son. I felt so bad, thankfully, and to make it worse, the artist was kind of younger. He wasn't in his 20s. He was like in his 16, 17. So it's like he got sunned by a hip hop legend in the motherfucking crowd. He continued on with his career and did what he did.
I do have a question because I remember seeing Freddie Fox. He was very present at one point in time, like just showing up at events and stuff like that. At your event, did he show up with the infamous? The way I always remember with the workout belt, like it was like
nah.
What's that shit? Supporting your back, that belt that like weightlifters.
Oh yeah, no.
He used to rock around that said Freddie Fox on the back, mad big. You guys remember?
Yeah, I remember.
It was like a custom belt that said Freddie Fox. He would walk around like he would always. For those that don't know, Freddie Fox is a big individual.
Yeah.
In terms of height, in terms of weight, in terms of body mass, he's like a big weightlifter kind of.
Yeah, Bumpy Knuckles is a real name for that man. It's not that's not a joke. Like it's really Bumpy Knuckles.
Yeah, again, there's a reason why nobody ever said anything back.
Nah, man.
And the earlier story that I was trying to mention is, so the story, from my understanding, goes Eric B. from Eric B. and Rakim was on his way to Queens for an already scheduled meeting to start a group with an MC that someone was introducing him to by the name of Freddie Fox. So, you know, Eric B being from Queens, he went all the way to the other side of that island to get to that part of town, my bad, to get to Long Island. And went to Freddie Fox's house. Apparently Freddie Fox wasn't there. Okay. He don't hang out on Long Island. He then
this fucking guy, man.
So because his neighborhood wasn't cool, he didn't get the chance to end up being part of Eric B and Freddie Fox. Let's just call it like that. But the story goes, Eric B is out there in Long Island, and from what I understand, I don't know what part of Long Island Freddie Fox is from, but it was like another. Like, I'm already out here, like that version. I'm so already deep in Long Island at this point. Like
from Westbury. Looked it up. He's from Westbury.
Yeah,
there you go. Westbury. Someone mentioned the name Rakim, and he was like, "I'm down, whatever. Like, let's just meet him." And they said he's a kid. And he's like, "Oh, I'll meet him." And that's the introduction of Eric B and Rakim.
And let me just tell you that Westbury is an entirely different hood from Wyandanch. You know what I mean? Like you got Newcastle in Westbury. You know what I mean? But other than that, Westbury is that's part of the Gold Coast, quote unquote, air quotes, out here in the island. You know what I mean? That's on the North Island. When you're in Wyandanch, you're on the south side, you know what I mean? That's a good 20 something minutes
is different. Wyandanch is
entirely different. Entirely different.
So I'm gonna say too, this dude Freddie Fox is 6'4". 6'4".
Yeah.
That's why nobody literally I felt bad for the kid, but he was like, I'm sick and tired of you fucking rappers with this bullshit lyrics on the shit.
Yo, this dude Ike went over, gave the kid a hug. He said, "It's okay." I didn't
tell him anything about I went to him and said, "What you gonna do about my mic?" Give me more mic.
Yo, DJ,
what? Shut the fuck up.
So Wyandanch is different.
It is, bro. It is. Shout out to my big DJ Bilal.
The straight path.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap things up, and go ahead and say goodnight. Like I said, DJ Ho, if you don't mind finding us a raid. But again, we do this every Monday night. And for those that watch on YouTube, it's any night you like, but we drop new content every week. So make sure you follow us, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes on every single platform, on Twitch, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, on all your DSPs. We got you covered. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. And I think we should probably start introducing more Eats into the portion of the shows. So going forward, we're trying to get a sponsorship specifically from any kind of Caribbean, Jamaican spots in the New York area, because we know at night there's no
frozen patties.
Whatever's left over, we'll take it.
No frozen patties, Jules. No frozen patties.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever's left over at the end of the night, we'll gladly take it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna be much. You know what I'm saying? But we'll still shout you out. So again, any dope Caribbean spots, local, like I said, they want a little shout out, let us know. We'll gladly pick up a tray of I guess, whatever vegetables nobody bought. But that's the gig. So make sure you know. And again, we brought you CORMEGA versus Bumpy Knuckles tonight. Shout out to everybody that joins us in the chat room. Thank you so much. Shout out to all the different countries again that tune in on the video and the audio side. We thank you guys so much. Keep sharing the content. We love that. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Help us out. We're almost there. Like I said, we are close, and we can definitely appreciate the push. Everybody have a great night. Take care. Peace.
Peace.